Welcome to the Bikini Challenge Series, episode 4, where I take you through the real and the raw journey of getting on stage for my second bikini fitness competition and dropping 12 kilos until I get there. We are in week 4, just started week 5, and I want to take you through a real life update of where I'm at, what does my stats look like, how am I feeling so far, what am I doing, and giving you all the deets of where we're at. So I'm a little bit late. We recorded this episode. I normally record it on Sundays to get it live to you by Mondays, but the reason to why I wanted to wait a little bit with this episode is because I went to see my coach face to face for the first time since I started this on Tuesday. So we went through all the data, we reviewed my progress and seen how I'm going so far. And so I wanted to wait until I actually went to see her just to kind of give you a little bit more context of how am I going? Like, am I on track? Am I actually going to be able to hit my goal when I'm reaching stage? So I have all the updates today, and that's why I wanted to wait to actually make sure that I have everything to make this episode even more exciting. So let's jump into it. So let's run through the stats from week 4. Calories are staying the same, my cardio has stayed the same, and steps have stayed the same, and all of it. What really threw me off this week was that I was feeling unwell. So I had a sore throat, my energy was really low, and I literally couldn't lift a finger. Like, it was to the point where I, just doing the bare minimum was really like hard work, and I had to take the weekend to fully just get back on track. I have a family history of like thyroid issues, and I have been to the doctor several times the last 6 years. I have had tests that has been abnormal, and then they told me to come back in 3 months, retest it, and then it turns out to be normal. There's never really been an investigation into it, and I notice I get flare-ups. Like, it's so clear that it is something else going on, and I'm not actually getting like physically sick. It sounds super strange, and when you haven't experienced it, like it's hard to explain it, but basically it feels like my body is working against me. So I feel like I am on the urge to get sick, and then it never breaks out. So I get a sore throat, I feel really exhausted, like I literally have no energy left in my tank and I really need just to rest. But then it never breaks out, like it never gets worse than that. Even today, like I felt really good this morning when I woke up, I did my cardio, I had a few clients, and now my throat is sore again. So there's literally like no explanation to it. Now, obviously I know that I'm in comp prep, so my body is under a little bit more stress, but there has been flare-ups in periods where I haven't been in comp prep, where I still get these like symptoms out of nowhere. So I don't really know what's going on. I had a few days last week where I was feeling really off. So I got sick. I got the symptoms on Thursday. I was like, okay, I'm not going to train today. I'm actually going to take care of my body. I'm going to let it rest and like see if it gets better. And then on Friday, I was like, oh yeah, sweet. I'm feeling so much better. Like, I'm not feeling it at all anymore. And then like everything just went downhill. So I still went to do abs on Sunday and did my steps, but even like just walking, like it was painful. Like I felt like I was dragging everything. Even the smallest thing, like putting back my plate from when I've had lunch, like felt like the biggest mission of them all. Like, this week has been a little bit of a write-off. Like I've been on track still. I've hit my steps, I've hit my macros, but my body is just saying absolutely not. Like, we're not doing this. It has been very frustrating, and I'm not gonna lie, I have been so tired to the point where I've been like, why am I doing this? Like, maybe I should pull out now before it starts to get harder. But at the same time, I have done this before and I have chosen to do this. It actually is a big goal of mine to win one of those natural federations. So I really just want to give my all this time. And even though my body is feeling somewhat like, I still want to give it my very best shot and do the very best I can, because no matter what, even if I don't win, I know that I can show up, and I've done my best. I've tried my very hardest, and I will still be very happy because my body will be absolutely insane. I've shown myself that I can push through challenges and so many mental challenges across this whole process. And that is the one thing that I'm gonna be the most proud of, is actually setting a goal and having myself to commit to that goal and showing up on a daily basis. And honestly, that is the reason to why I wanted to do this. Like, as I mentioned before, I'm not passionate about bodybuilding per se. I'm passionate about the mindset blocks, like the roadblocks that I will be experiencing when I'm doing the whole process, being so uncomfortable, trying out new things, and really pushing myself out of my comfort zone. That is my fire. That is why I do this crazy journey that you are about to embark with me. Absolutely crazy. So while I'm recording this, it is Wednesday and I saw my coach yesterday. So I'm technically already in week 5. I'm not going to reveal any data from what was said during that meeting. I will, however, give you an update on my result. The results, you guys, it is absolutely insane. Like, I have been working, like, I don't want to say that I haven't been working hard. I have been working hard, but it has been smooth. I haven't felt like I have been overly struggling, like, besides having a sore throat and feeling super, super tired the last couple of days. All the work that I have put in has given me outstanding results. Unfortunately, these outstanding results are not enough. Which I'm like, you know, if I was a normal human, if I was just doing this for fat loss and doing a challenge for myself, it would 100% be enough effort. Like, it would be really good, solid progress, like very much progress. But because I'm doing this the hard way, and that's why I call it a challenge series, right? It is a challenge. It is a hardcore challenge that I would not recommend anyone doing unless they have lots of experience in the gym, lots of experience tracking their food and all of those things. The results, I can't wait to tell you. 13th of January was my official start date, and that was also the date where I saw my coach for the first time. We took some measurements, we did skin folds, photos, and all of those things. And the progress that I have achieved since 13th of January, so officially 4 weeks of progress, I have dropped 1.6% body fat in 4 weeks. And this is such outstanding results, and I am super happy to see that my work is actually paying off, and I'm super happy with that progress. 4 kilos in 4 weeks, which is really, really, really good. But my end goal is to drop 12 kilos, and I want to be able to achieve that sooner rather than later, because we rather want me to get into this stage condition somewhat earlier on, so I don't have to stress myself. I don't have to push myself super, super so hard at the end, because that's when I'm gonna have the least energy anyways. So I'm kind of riding off that fact that I have more energy now and trying to push harder now, so then I can chill for a little bit more. Like, I'm not gonna say chill, but like do less at the very end, right before my competition. Let's go through some photos of where my body is at. These are the current physique updates. And I have seen my back and my waist getting so much leaner. I think I mentioned that in the last update too, but honestly, those are the 2 areas that just kind of, it gets really noticeable for me. So I'm really happy with that. And also seeing progress at the gym. I've noticed my pull-ups are feeling so much stronger. And this is natural because, like, as I get leaner and weigh less, all the bodyweight exercises are going to feel easier. So when I'm doing assisted pull-ups, obviously because I'm putting less body weight on, the exercise itself will be easier. One thing that I've reflected upon and that I'm changing for the upcoming week is the amount of rice that I'm eating. That's not because rice is bad for you and you can't have rice when you're trying to lose weight or anything like that. I noticed that my fiber was quite much lower this week compared to when I started. I went through the meals that I've been having and I couldn't really understand why it has been lower, because I've basically had the same things except one thing. I'm having my Mexican bowl with rice for dinner. Then I normally have either pumpkin or sweet potato for lunch. But because I swapped that out and had rice both for lunch and dinner, there is so much fiber that's been lost from not having the sweet potato or the pumpkin. So these are one of the things that I'm changing for this week, because fiber is super important for digestion. And digestion, makes us feel good. It makes sure everything stays healthy. Anyways, now I'm rambling on. I've ordered my stage heels. I actually got to use them for my very first practice posing yesterday. And because I have let you wait a little bit longer for this update, I am actually going to include some footage and filming from when I saw my coach and we practiced on posing. It's a lot to learn when you're new into posing, when you're new into bodybuilding, like when you're doing all those things for the first time. Going into this time around, the posing is very much more strict. So instead of customizing and personalizing a T-walk, you have set poses for each competition, and it's very much more like straightforward, which feels quite easy to me now, at least like a bit easier than it was last time, because last time I threw myself in the deep end. I went with the hardest shit ever, and I'm really happy that I did that, because now I get to kind of ride on that fact that like everything is not as hard as it would be in posing. Is the hardest part about the whole journey. It's not eating, it's not training, it's not doing all your steps and your cardio. It's honestly taking the time and practicing your posing, because posing makes the biggest difference when you're on stage. You can have the best physique on stage and absolutely rock it, but if you don't nail your posing, you're not going to be able to actually show that you have the best physique, and then you're not gonna win. That is my biggest challenge, is honestly getting the posing right and taking the time to pose. But I am way more excited this time around, where I actually feel like I am having a little bit more understanding on how to pose. Like obviously I have the experience from last time, but it's just more straightforward, and like having those 3 to 4 poses just makes it very, very easy compared to when you're just doing so many different things. This week, I've also noticed my mindset starting to really challenge me. I've had thoughts about how hard everything feels, how I don't want to do the Stairmaster, pushing back training days, trying to make it work. And while I think that has been because my body has been quite exhausted, I also believe that this is where it starts to get challenging. Like this is actually when I need to challenge my mind into not thinking so much about doing the action and just doing it, and actually spending less time, contemplating whether I should do it or not. It takes more effort for your brain to make a decision, to be in that decision fatigue of like, should I not, than just going and doing the thing. The goal that I'm setting for this week is to make the Stairmaster enjoyable. So I'm gonna find a new TV show or something educational to actually watch whilst I'm doing the Stairmaster, just to make it more fun, like actually look forward to it. And if you have 30 minutes, 45 minutes at nighttime watching Netflix, you have time to do it while you're on the Stairmaster. So this is how I'm kind of visioning myself for the upcoming 12 weeks, is to use the time on the Stairmaster to give myself the time that I wouldn't normally take to watch a show. To be fully honest, I don't have a lot of spare time where I do wind down and watch shows. And before I'm going to bed, I don't want to have so much screen time. I try to read books instead, or listening to a meditation and do all those things. So I don't really fit in a lot of time to watch the shows and keep up with everything. So having that time on the Stairmaster, like I'm going to romanticize the shit out of it. That's gonna be my me time where I'm catching up on my shows or like watching something nice on YouTube, catching up on podcasts. Yeah, so that is gonna be my goal for next week. But overall, I'm really happy with my progress so far, but it's not enough. I have to push harder now So in the next update, in the next episode, you'll see exactly what I'm doing to get to the next level, to actually get into stage condition. Because dropping 12 kilos is a very reasonable goal for most people, but getting to 12% body fat, that is the real challenge. So I can't wait to take you through the next update and showcase how I'm going to push for that 12% body fat. It is not going to be easy. It will be a challenge. And trust me, the next time you see me, I will probably be a little bit more tired than I already am. And I have a bit more to update you on, but I can't wait to take you through the journey. I'm just really looking forward to sharing this with you. I really wish that I documented my last time doing this whole process. I spent 10 months prepping for my first time on stage. But the first time that I did it, I was just going through so much drama, like emotionally, financially, like there was so much going on in my life that I did not have the capacity to share it with you and like being on socials. I really dissociated and went quite quiet on my socials, and I do really want to showcase as much as I can this time to actually like get you behind the scenes of what it actually looks like. You can achieve whatever goal you have in mind as long as you keep taking action and staying consistent. So this is what it's all about. It's showing you the reps. It's showing you that whatever you have in mind, you can absolutely fucking do it. If you have a goal in mind, if you're dreaming of it, if you have that mission, it is meant for you. That's come to you for a reason, and that is because there is a desire, a deeper desire that your soul wants, and it's your responsibility to listen to that calling, listen to that goal. And even if it feels so scary, trust me, like it is so scary, it is your duty to follow it through and actually listen to it. Because if we don't follow our goals and dreams, then what are we even doing in this life, right? That was everything for this week. I'll see you in the next episode in week 5. I can't wait. See you then. Bye.